I think on pole position is Munjal Savla. He's done a blistering lap at 2:05.678. Now that's very, very fast. Well,
Sri Lanka දාවකින් ලබාගන්නේ මේ තරඟ ආරම්භය.
Yes, race is underway. Past Il Ponte into T1 as they go. We're going to say T1, this turn 1. So T1 for the first time for the Polo Cup. Race 1. Mind you, they're going to have 2 races today. So this is race 1. Under the bridge or the pedestrian crossing bridge, at least into York Street corner. Down Duke Street.
And it looks like we have a bit of contact right there between.
Definitely there's going to be contact when you have equal powered cars. All of them trying to jockey into going into that York Street corner. It's a very narrow corner. I mean, it's very important that you get in front at the start of the race, because when it's equally powered, and like we said earlier, it's easy to get close, but overtaking is another.
This seems to be the trend nowadays in racing, where you have one-make cars, where it's actually the driver skills that are important rather than power of the cars.
Yes, I mean, it'll show out the capabilities of the drivers when you have the one-make series, and it's very competitive. It's good for the spectators, good for the sponsors, it's good for everything, especially even, yes, there is to come back, but overtaking is difficult. Unless the guy in front of you makes a mistake, goes offline, or or brakes too hard and has a spin or something like that, overtaking is very, very remote. Yes.
And we have...
Yes, someone has turned turtle. Who's that? He's okay. He's climbing up. Benefit of the drivers to show the car is smoking.
So up until the time where the driver see the next green flag, it is still races under a controlled pace, and there will be no overtaking.
Yes, once yellow flag is where, looking at the timing sheet, he's done a lap at 2:05.678. No other competitor has done a lap. The second fastest has been Ameya Bhakna at 2:07.497. So it's a clear 2 seconds faster than second competitor. I mean, in equally powered car, 2 seconds is very, very good. I think where timing is concerned, Munjal Savla has done very well earlier on in the evening, putting a lap at 2:05. He's been very consistent. What happens when you talk of timing, you got to be consistent. Every lap should not have maybe 1/300th of a second difference. That means that you have been driving very well.
It is a good show from Ravani, because yesterday I believe he had some troubles in his car, and he came into the paddock where there was a lot of smoke coming out of his exhaust pipe. The engine looked like it was having some issues. So coming back from 5th to 3rd place, and we still have Munjal Savla in the lead, coming into the yellow taking zone or danger zone.
Yeah, I think the car is still on track. They can't move it. They just keep it there. 2 more laps to go. So Savla will want to see the checkered flag at any moment, but no, he's got to do 2 more laps before being declared a winner. Well, I think barring any mishaps, I'm sure he's not going to make any mistakes. He's going to take the checkered flag. Let's hope Romani finishes 3rd, keeps the Sri Lankan flag flying.
And you can see the gap now opening up between the leader and 2nd place. So this slowly but surely, as the laps increase on an equally powered car, the gap also starts increasing.
Yes, I think that just goes to show the skill of the man in front, Munjal Savla. I think he's very good. If you look at the skills he's showing tonight, he's got a bit of a fishtail there. Nevertheless, the race is underway. The last lap, Savla in the lead. You can see that beautifully prepared Polo. All credit to these Volkswagen mechanics. These cars have been running perfectly from yesterday. I mean, you don't hear a miss. You don't even see any smoke. They're all diesel powered. So it goes to show what technology today has done to diesel. These cars are putting in 2:05 laps at the Colombo night race here. Back to racing there. He locked the wheel. I think he's going in a little too fast into the U corner, which is helping the second guy to get close. But no problems at all. For the last time into the Galadari roundabout, and to the finish would be Savla. So Savla will take the checkered flag from Amindin. Amindin obviously is waiting with the checkered flag to wave it, just to show the race is over. will try to skew the finishing order as they come into that is view of Amindeen for the last time. Will take the checkered flag. There you are. That's Amindeen, veteran mini racing driver.
Very good morning to you indeed. It's the next day of the Colombo night races. It's an incredible journey so far, and we've got yet another winner. Mr. Munjal, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, a victory. What do you think about that?
Well, a victory is always very celebrated. I mean, I was anticipating this after qualifying on pole, and the aim for the race was to obviously win. I qualified with 1 second margin, so at the start I had to just be careful so that I don't make any mistakes, and after that I built up a small lead, and then it was a case of consolidating the lead and making sure that I don't crash into the wall, which is very easy to do over here. And I ended up winning the race, and I'm very happy for that.
You won the first race. There's race number 2 coming up as well. Your opinions on that?
Well, race 2 is kind of very tricky because we follow a reverse grid system, wherein the top 4 finishers of the first race will be reversed. So I will be starting 4th, while the person who finished 4th, Sri Lankan Romani De Silva, would be starting on pole. And on this circuit, it's very difficult and very challenging to overtake. So race victory for in the second race would be very good, but that would be slightly high hopes, and I would be very happy with the podium place.
You mentioned something about the surface. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, it's a street circuit, and it is always very, very difficult because there are a lot of, you have paint on the road, and the tire barriers are very close. There is just no room for making any mistakes. So that makes it a very, very challenging circuit, but unlike some other street circuits, this is a very fast circuit, and that makes it even more challenging. But I think the best part about here is the crowd. I mean, the Sri Lankan crowd love their motorsport, and it's been very great the way they cheer us, and it's a very good feeling.
Well, that's props for you all. We're going to talk to more of these stars like this. You're going to have to stay tuned, and it's over to you again.